not have called it that, but that's what you were doing. You were waiting for the feeling, that little spark that says, today's the day, today I've got it, today I'm gonna move. And on the mornings when the spark shows up, you feel like a champion. But on the mornings when it doesn't, you feel like something is broken inside you. Here's what I want you to understand right at the start. Nothing is broken inside you. You've just been chasing the wrong thing your entire life. You've been chasing a feeling, and feelings are the most unreliable business partner you will ever have. Most people think success is a matter of getting motivated and staying motivated. They think that if they could just find the right words, the right speech, the right burst of inspiration, everything would fall into place. And so they spend their lives chasing that feeling from one place to the next. They get a hit of it and they ride it for a few days. Then it fades, the way feelings always fade, and they go looking for the next hit. And in between, when the feeling is gone, nothing gets built. The project sits there. The plan sits there. The dream sits there. All waiting for the feeling to come back so the work can resume. That's not a life. That's an addiction. And like every addiction, it leaves you with less than you started with. Now, where did this come from? Where did we all get the idea that motivation is supposed to lead the way? I think it came from a misunderstanding about how things actually get done. We watch people do impressive things, and we assume they must have felt impressive on the inside. We assume that the person who ran the marathon felt like running, that the person who built the business felt like working, that the person who wrote the book felt inspired every time they sat down. And that assumption is wrong. It's completely backwards. But it's a comfortable assumption because it gives us an excuse. It lets us say, I'll do the great thing when I feel like the great person. And since we rarely feel like the great person, we rarely do the great thing. The truth is much less romantic and much more useful. The people who accomplish remarkable things are not more motivated than you. They have simply stopped depending on motivation altogether. They've replaced it with something far more powerful, something that works, whether they feel like it or not. They've built a machine. Now, let me tell you what I mean by a machine, because this word is going to carry a lot of weight tonight. A machine is a set of arrangements, a structure, a system of habits and decisions and environments that produce a result automatically without requiring you to summon up a feeling first. A factory doesn't wait to feel inspired before it makes a product. A factory has a line, and the line runs. The workers show up, the machines turn on, the parts come together, and out the other end comes something real. The factory doesn't ask itself every morning whether it's in the mood to manufacture. It just manufactures, because that's what it was built to do. And that is what I want your life to become. Not a series of inspired sprints followed by long stretches of nothing. A line that runs, a machine that produces, day after day, regardless of the weather inside your head. Because here's the problem with motivation. Stated as plainly as I can state it, motivation is a feeling, and feelings are events. They happen, and then they stop happening. You cannot build a stable structure on top of something that comes and goes. You wouldn't build a house on ground that appears some days and vanishes on others. But that's exactly what people try to do with their lives. They try to build a permanent thing on a temporary foundation, and then they wonder why it keeps collapsing. The person who builds the machine doesn't need the ground to stay solid because the machine stands on its own. It doesn't need motivation, the same way a good building doesn't need good weather. It's built to stand in the rain. So let's stop talking about how to get motivated, because that's a question for people who are still confused about how success works. Let's start talking about how to build the machine, because that's the question that will actually change your life. Here's the first thing you have to understand about a machine. A machine doesn't depend on how you feel, because a machine runs on decisions that were made in advance. This is the heart of the whole matter. Everything else I say tonight comes back to this. When you leave your important actions up to how you feel in the moment, you have not built a machine. You've built a coin flip. Some days it comes up heads and you do the work. Some days it comes up tails and you don't. And you've dressed up this coin flip as if it were a decision, but it isn't a decision at all. It's a gamble that you lose more often than you win. A machine removes the gamble. A machine says, this happens at this time, in this way, for this reason, and my feelings are not consulted. The decision was made once, cleanly, when your head was clear, and now it simply runs. Think about the things in your life that already run like machines, because you have some. You brush your teeth every morning. You don't wake up and ask yourself whether you feel motivated to brush your teeth. You don't wait for the inspiration to floss. It just happens, automatically. Because at some point, it became a machine. It got wired into the structure of your day so deeply that skipping it would feel stranger than doing it. That's what we're aiming for with the things that matter. We want the workout, the writing, the calls, the study, the work on the dream, all of it, to become as automatic as brushing your teeth. Not because you've become a robot, but because you've become an engineer. You've engineered your life so that the right things happen, whether you're inspired or not. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking that this sounds cold. You're thinking that a life run by a machine sounds joyless, mechanical, empty. And I understand why it might sound that way. But I want to challenge that because I think you have it exactly reversed. The person who lives at the mercy of their feelings is the one living the joyless life. They're the one constantly at war with themselves, constantly negotiating, constantly disappointed by their own inconsistency. There's no peace in that. There's no freedom in that. There's just a daily struggle they lose more often than they win. The person with the machine has peace because the war is over. They're not fighting themselves every morning. The decision was made, the structure was built, and now the energy that used to go into the fight can go into the work itself, and even into enjoying the work. That's not a cold life. That's a free life. Freedom from the tyranny of your own moods is one of the greatest freedoms a person can have. Let me show you how the machine actually gets built, because I don't want to leave you with a nice idea and no way to use it. The first piece of the machine is the trigger. Every machine has a trigger, something that starts it running. In a factory, it might be a bell or a whistle or a clock. In your life, the trigger is what tells the machine, now, begin. The problem is that most people use their feelings as the trigger. They wait to feel like starting, and then they start. But since the feeling is unreliable, the trigger is unreliable. And so the machine runs erratically or not at all. What we want to do is replace the feeling with something that doesn't waver. A time, a place, a preceding action. Something concrete that you can point to and say, when this happens, the machine begins, no matter what I feel. Maybe the trigger is that you sit down at your desk with your coffee at 6 in the morning. That's it. The coffee hits the desk. The machine begins. There's no debate about whether you feel like it because the trigger has nothing to do with feeling. The trigger is a physical event, and physical events don't have moods. When you attach your important actions to reliable triggers instead of unreliable feelings, you have taken the single biggest step toward building a machine that actually runs. You've moved the on switch out of your emotions and into your environment where you can control it. The second piece of the machine is the environment. And this is where most people fail without ever knowing why. They think success is a matter of internal strength. They think if they could just want it badly enough, try hard enough, grind long enough, they'd make it. And so they blame themselves. when they fall short, when the real culprit was never their character at all. It was their surroundings. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. I want you to sit with that for a moment, because it goes against everything you've been taught. You've been taught that the strong person overcomes any environment through sheer force of will. But the truly wise person doesn't rely on force of will, because they know willpower is a small, tired battery that runs down by noon. Instead, they arrange their environment so that willpower is barely needed. If you want to eat well, you don't fill your kitchen with the wrong food and then rely on willpower to resist it 3 times a day. You lose that fight eventually. Everyone does. Instead, you don't bring the wrong food into the house at all. Now, the decision was made once at the store, and the environment enforces it for you every single day without any further effort. If you want to do your work in the morning, you don't leave your workspace cluttered and full of distractions and then rely on willpower to focus. You clear the desk the night before. You remove the things that pull at you. You set out exactly what you need. Now the environment does the work of keeping you on task, and your willpower gets to rest. This is what the machine builder understands, that the motivation chaser never learns. You don't win the battle with willpower. You win it by never having to fight it. You arrange the field so that the victory is nearly automatic. You make the right thing easy and the wrong thing hard, and then you let the arrangement carry you. The motivation chaser tries to be strong in a weak environment. The machine builder makes the environment strong so they don't have to be. And that's why one of them burns out in 3 weeks and the other one is still going strong 3 years later. The third piece of the machine is the sequence. A machine doesn't produce a result in one dramatic action. It produces it through a series of small steps arranged in order, each one leading to the next. And this is important, because most people think they need one big burst of effort to accomplish something. And when they can't summon the big burst, they do nothing. But a machine doesn't run on bursts. A machine runs on steps, small, ordinary, repeatable steps that don't require any burst at all. The first step leads to the second to the third, and before long, the result appears. Not because you gathered up some enormous force, but because you took a series of small steps in the right order. When you break your work down into a sequence of small steps, something wonderful happens. The task stops being intimidating. You no longer have to feel motivated to write the whole book, because you're not writing the whole book. You're writing the first sentence. And writing the first sentence doesn't require motivation. It barely requires anything. But the first sentence leads to the second, and the machine begins to run. This is why the person with a machine can accomplish things that seem impossible to the motivation chaser. The chaser sees the mountain and waits to feel strong enough to climb it. The builder doesn't look at the mountain at all. They look at the next step, and they take it, and then they take the next one. And the mountain gets climbed, not by a hero having a great day, but by an ordinary person taking ordinary steps in a reliable order. Now, let me address something that I think trips up a lot of people who try to build a machine. They build it, it runs for a week or two, and then it breaks down. And they conclude that the whole idea doesn't work. But the machine didn't fail. They just never built in the most important part. Every machine breaks down sometimes. Every machine needs maintenance. The question isn't whether your machine will hit a bad day, because it will. The question is, what happens on the bad day? And this is where the motivation chaser and the machine builder go their separate ways for good. When the motivation chaser has a bad day, they don't just have a bad day. They have a collapse. They miss one day. And because the whole thing was running on feeling, that one missed day becomes 2, and 2 becomes a week, and the week becomes the end. They fell off, and they can't find the feeling to get back on, so they stay off. The machine, such as it was, has stopped completely. The machine builder handles the bad day differently because they built for it in advance. They have a rule, and the rule is this: never miss twice. You can miss once. Everyone misses once. Life happens, the day gets away from you, you fall down. Fine. But you do not miss twice in a row, because 2 misses is the beginning of a pattern, and a pattern is the end of a machine. So on the bad day, the builder doesn't try to have a great day. They don't wait to feel inspired again. They just make sure the machine runs, even at its lowest setting, so the pattern of running stays intact. Because the machine's greatest enemy isn't the bad day. It's the break in the pattern. And if you protect the pattern, you can survive any number of bad days. Let me give you the smallest version of this, because it's the most powerful thing I can offer you. On the day when everything in you wants to quit, when the feeling is nowhere to be found, you don't have to run the whole machine. You just have to keep it from shutting off. If the machine is a workout, you put on the clothes and you move for 1 minute. If the machine is writing, you write 1 line. If the machine is your business, you sit at the desk for a few minutes and touch the work. You are not trying to be productive on that day. You are trying to keep the machine warm. You are keeping the pilot light lit so that tomorrow, when you have a little more in you, the whole thing can fire back up without having to be rebuilt from scratch. Because a machine that never fully shuts off is a machine that never has to be restarted. And restarting is where most people lose the war. That's the difference between someone who succeeds for a season and someone who succeeds for a lifetime. The one who succeeds for a season runs their machine hard while they feel like it, and then lets it shut down when the feeling fades, and then wonders why they can never make anything last. The one who succeeds for a lifetime keeps the machine running at some level every single day, so it never breaks down, so it never has to be resurrected, so the momentum never fully drains away. Now, I want to talk about momentum, because this is the reward for building a machine, and it's a reward the motivation chaser never gets to enjoy. Momentum is what happens when a machine has been running long enough that it starts to run itself. The first days are hard. The machine is cold, it resists. Every action takes effort, but if you keep it running, something changes. The actions that used to require effort start to require less. The workout that used to feel like a mountain becomes just a thing you do. The writing that used to feel like pulling teeth becomes just how you spend your mornings. The machine has warmed up, and now it wants to keep running. Stopping starts to feel worse than continuing. And at that point, you've crossed a line that most people never cross in their entire lives. You've reached the point where the machine works for you instead of you working for the machine. The habit has taken over the job that motivation used to do. And it does the job far better than motivation ever did, because the habit doesn't have moods. The habit shows up on the good days and the bad days exactly the same. The habit doesn't need a speech or a spark or a burst of feeling. The habit just runs. This is the great secret that the motivation chaser will never discover, because they keep shutting the machine off before it can warm up. They run it for 3 days, feel the resistance, decide it isn't working, and stop. Then they wait for motivation, run it 3 more days, feel the same resistance, and stop again. They never get past the cold, hard beginning, so they never get to feel the machine run itself. They think the resistance they feel in the first few days is what the whole journey feels like. It isn't. It's just the machine warming up. But they never stay long enough to find that out. Let me tell you about a young man I once knew who understood this without ever having words for it. He wasn't especially gifted. He wasn't especially driven, at least not in the way people usually mean. What he had was a schedule and the stubbornness to follow it. Every morning at the same time, he did the same work, whether he felt like it or not. His friends thought he was rigid. They thought he was missing out on the freedom of doing things when the mood struck. But watch what happened over the years. His friends, the free spirits, worked when they felt like it, which turned out to be not very often. And every time they came back to their work after a long gap, they had to start over because the momentum had drained away. They were always beginning, never building. The young man, meanwhile, never stopped, so he never had to start over. His machine just kept running, warming up, gaining momentum, producing. 10 years later, the gap between them was enormous. And it wasn't a gap of talent or luck. It was a gap of consistency. He had built a machine and kept it running. They had chased a feeling and kept losing it. And the results were as different as two lives can be. Now, I want you to understand something about why the machine wins, because it's not just about doing more work. It's about a thing called compounding. The call you make today leads to the relationship that leads to the opportunity 6 months from now. The skill you practice today makes tomorrow's practice more effective. The chapter you write today gives you the momentum and the clarity to write a better chapter tomorrow. Consistency doesn't just stack results one on top of another. It weaves them together so that the whole becomes far greater than the sum of the parts. But this weaving only happens when the machine runs continuously. Break the machine and you break the weave. The person who works in bursts never gets the compounding because compounding requires continuity. They get the raw results of the days they showed up and nothing more. But the person with the machine gets those results, plus the multiplication that comes from never breaking the chain. That's why, over enough time, the consistent person doesn't just beat the inconsistent person. They lap them. They end up in a different world entirely. So how do you become that person? How do you stop being the one who chases and start being the one who builds? Let me give you the actual construction plan, because I don't want you leaving here with inspiration and no instructions. Start with one machine, just one. This is where people go wrong. They get excited and they try to build 10 machines at once. They're going to wake up early and exercise and eat perfectly and read an hour and work on their business and meditate, all starting Monday. And by Wednesday, the whole thing has collapsed because you cannot build 10 machines at once. It takes too much of the very willpower we're trying to conserve. Pick one, the one that matters most, the one that, if it ran reliably every day, would change your life the most. And build just that one until it runs on its own, until it's warmed up, until it has momentum, until it feels stranger to skip it than to do it. Only then do you build the second one. This is slower than people want, but it's the only pace that works. A machine built slowly and permanently beats 10 machines built quickly and abandoned. Then attach that one machine to a reliable trigger, not a feeling, a time, a place, an action that already happens in your day. Decide exactly when it runs and exactly what starts it. Write it down so it becomes a real commitment and not a vague intention floating in your head. Vague intentions are the food that motivation chasers live on, and they starve on it. Then arrange your environment so the machine has the easiest possible path to run. Remove the friction. Take away the obstacles that stand between you and the action. Lay out the clothes, clear the desk, set out the materials. Make the right action so easy that starting it barely requires a decision at all. And make the competing distractions harder to reach so that laziness itself pushes you toward the machine instead of away from it. Then break the work into a small enough first step that you could do it on your worst day. Not the whole task. The first small piece. Because the machine only needs to start. Once it starts, the momentum takes over. Your only job on the hard days is to get it started. And if the first step is small enough, you can always get it started. Then make your rule about the bad days before the bad days come. Decide right now, tonight, that you will never miss twice. Decide that when you fall down, you get up the very next day without exception. Even if all you can do is the smallest version of the machine. Make this decision now while you're clear-headed, so that when the bad day comes and your feelings are screaming to quit, the decision is already made and there's nothing left to negotiate. And then, this is the hardest part and the simplest part, you just let it run. Long enough to warm up, long enough to gain momentum, long enough to stop being a thing you force and start being a thing you are. Give it more time than feels comfortable, because the motivation chaser quits right before the machine would have started running itself. Don't be the one who quits at the threshold. Be the one who stays long enough to feel the machine take over. Now I want to leave you with the truth that ties all of this together, because I think it's the most important thing I can send you home with tonight. You have been taught to believe that you need to feel a certain way before you can act a certain way. You've been taught that motivation comes first and action comes second. And that belief has cost you more than you will ever fully know. Because it's backwards. It's completely backwards. Action doesn't wait for motivation. Action creates motivation. You don't feel like doing the thing and then do it. You do the thing, and then the feeling shows up, wondering where you've been all this time. Motivation is not the fuel that starts the engine. Motivation is the exhaust that comes out after the engine is already running. The machine builder knows this in their bones. They don't wait to feel like it, because they've learned that the feeling comes from the doing, not before it. They start the machine cold, without any feeling at all, and they let the running of the machine generate the very motivation that the chaser is out there searching for. The chaser goes looking for motivation everywhere and can never find it, because they're looking for it in the one place it doesn't live, which is before the work. The builder finds it every day because they know it lives on the other side of starting. So stop searching. Stop waiting. Stop treating motivation like some external thing that has to arrive before your life can begin. That thing is never coming on the schedule you want it to. It comes to people who are already moving, and it stays away from people who are standing still. Build the machine instead. Build the structure that runs whether you feel like it or not. Build the triggers, arrange the environment, break the work into steps, protect the pattern, and let it run long enough to warm up. And then watch what happens. Watch the motivation you spent years chasing start showing up on its own. Not because you found it, but because you finally built the thing that produces it. Because here's what I want you to carry out of this room. The people you admire, the ones who accomplish the things you dream of accomplishing, they are not more inspired than you. They are not blessed with some endless supply of drive that you were denied. On most days, they feel exactly what you feel. The reluctance, the resistance, the heaviness, the pull toward comfort. They feel all of it. The only difference, the entire difference, is that they stopped waiting for the feeling and built a machine that doesn't need it. And you can build the same machine. Starting tomorrow morning, at the exact time you already decided, triggered by the action you already chose, in the environment you already prepared tonight before you went to sleep. So don't go home tonight looking for motivation. You won't find it, and you don't need it. Go home and become an engineer of your own life. Decide what one machine you're going to build. Decide when it runs and what starts it. Clear the path so it can run easily. Shrink the first step so you can always begin. And promise yourself right now that you will never miss twice. Do that and keep doing that. And one day, not too far from now, you'll look up and realize that the life you wanted got built while you weren't even watching. Not in a single inspired burst, not on the strength of a feeling that finally showed up and stayed, but quietly, steadily, one turn of the machine at a time by a person who stopped chasing and started building. And that person, I promise you, is already inside you tonight, waiting for you to stop looking for the spark and start turning the key.